All right, Internet. So I'm here today to talk about something that might be a little bit controversial. Although I don't see. I think Thor Ragnarok might suck. I think there's a lot of red flags. I don't feel like anyone's addressing any of those really weird red flags. Don't get me wrong, and I'll go into this. It might be good, but let me just address all my major concerns about the film. To start with, uh, several of the comments that have been made by the director, Taika White Waititi. I have no idea how to pronounce his name, but he's got a semi interesting filmography of movies, including working on Flight of the Conchords. Now, here's the first thing that he said that concerned me. Starter number one. He says it's the funniest Marvel movie. Okay, so I have very mixed feelings about that entire statement. For starters, at no point when reading Thor or a comic book involving Thor have I ever thought to myself, man, I hope those Thor movies are real knee slappers. I just don't see that as something I've wanted from Thor, the character, or his movies. I feel like there's a lot more we could do with him than play him for laughs. The flip side of that is I get kind of it. I kind of get it. Chris Hemsworth, very talented comedically. I understand why they might want to utilize that. So, on one level, I'm like, okay, it's going to be funny. Brace myself for that. However, when you combine that with several other comments that have been made of the movie, I start to worry. The next comment the director made is that the movie has been largely improvised. I'm an improv actor. I do improv literally all the time. I love improv. That being said, the last time a Marvel movie was touted as being largely improvised was Iron Man 2. And Iron Man 2 is not terrible, but it's not great, and it's kind of dumb. So that's a little concerning. So combine those two things, and I start to wonder where things are going. Thing number three, that has been said, I believe from the director or someone inside the studio, the current cut of the film is 100 minutes long. Now, a lot of people on the internet have been touting the 100 minutes long as a good thing. That's cool. That it's a cool idea that it's under 2 hours. And that could be an upside. That being said, when you combine the fact that it's been largely improvised, and it's played for laughs, and it's only 100 minutes long, which would translate to 90 to 95 minutes of actual film plus credits, and the credits will be long because of probably more than one after credits scene, one has to start wondering exactly how much story could actually be in this film. Now let me take you back to the trailer, which I've watched. Several things about the trailer. The trailer leaves me with a lot of mixed feelings. Let's start off with the fact that, first of all, I get the trailer with the Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin is a cool choice for Thor. Led Zeppelin's music even feels like it makes sense for Thor in terms of heavy metal that's kind of referenced to fantasy stuff. That fits in with some of the stuff that Marvel does. I can buy Led Zeppelin and Thor. Then there's the trailer that came out after Comic-Con, or was it before Comic-Con? It was around that same time. With the 80s, with the retro sort of 80s Stranger Things / Tron type music, which was cool, but I just struggle to see the relevance to Thor. What does 80s nostalgia have to do with Thor at all? Where's that connection? Why would that matter? How does that connect? It feels like the film at this stage is just aimlessly aping Guardians of the Galaxy. And if you haven't watched the trailers for the Thor movies, this new Thor movie, and thought to yourself, man, it feels like they're taking a lot from Guardians of the Galaxy, I have to question whether you saw Guardians of the Galaxy. Because it feels like it's aping it a lot. Now, let's combine what I've seen in the trailers with the fact that it's 100 minutes. Or at least the current cut is 100 minutes. It could turn out to be longer. There's a lot of shit in the trailer. There is a lot of new shit in the trailer. Like, there's lots of new characters. There's a brand new villain, Hela, played by Cate Blanchett, who looks damn freaky, and I'm hoping she blows it out of the water. I really hope she does. We got Jeff Goldblum's character. We got a bunch of other characters. Guy with the machine guns. I'm actually not sure who he is. I should look it up. But like, I mean, I know who the actor is, but I mean, like, I don't know. I forget who he's playing from the Thor universe. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of characters in the movie, clearly just from the trailer, who have not been in another Marvel movie and have not been in a Thor movie before. So, how developed are they gonna be? Like, I'm not saying each of them has to be like their own movie arc, but like, I fear it will be underdeveloped mess from what I've seen in the trailer. Because there's a lot in the trailer. It just sort of like piles onto each other. And the implication is that there's not going to be a whole lot of stuff actually happening in this movie, from what I can tell. Also, from what I can tell in the trailer, it feels like Hela may only be in two parts of the movie, the very beginning and the very end. Because those are literally the only parts we're shown of her. We're shown of her defeating Asgard and taking over and kicking Thor's ass. And then we're shown in the trailer when they come back to fight her. Those are the only parts in the trailer she appears in. So, I'm going to make a prediction right now. She only appears in the beginning and the end of the movie. Which, like the truth is, the Darth Vader did not have a ton of screen time in the first Star Wars movie. But he nailed it, and he is fixed in our minds as a great villain. So just because it looks like she might be barely in the movie, doesn't mean it's not possible that she won't nail it and solidify herself in villain history. It could happen. That being said, it's also possible that she's not developed and that she's only going to appear in two parts of the movies. It's also possible that the movie is going to be a lot of rambling, a ton of tacky dialogue, and just not actually much happening. And Thor will be largely played for laughs. And like, that's something. They're worse, and it clearly won't be the worst. It doesn't look like it'll be the worst comic book movie ever made. But I don't understand the hype train for this movie. I just don't. I haven't seen anything genuinely like, holy shit. I'm also surprised by the hype train because the only thing that really the movie has going for me is it looks pretty weird. And I dig weird. So I'm really surprised that mainstream audiences have latched onto a movie that looks this weird. Part of me is excited about that. And part of me is hoping that that weirdness is going to carry through. Will the movie be any good? I don't know. Weird isn't always good enough. But like I'm saying, this is all speculation on my part. Thor Ragnarok might be dope. It might be hella dope. No pun intended. I just realized what I did there. But honestly, I see red flags, and it looks like a mess. I don't think it's going to be deep. In fact, I'm predicting this will be the most shallow Marvel movie Marvel has ever made. I'm going to make that prediction as well. But I'm just hoping it works. I'm hoping it's fun enough to sit down and enjoy. Why its hype train is picked up so much speed, I really don't know. And if you have a reason for that, please comment in the comments section. I would really love to know why people are so excited about this movie. There are two things that I'm excited about. One, Talking Hulk. Two, looks weird, and I dig weird. One other thing. The line "my friend from work" is one of the worst lines of dialogue I have ever heard in my entire life. There's so many things wrong with it. So many things. Like, what the... Does Thor think of being an Avenger as his job? Is that his career path? Oh, that reminds me. One other thing. The director of Thor 3 also made those fucking Team Thor shorts. Okay, I understand they're funny, and that a lot of people like them, but I'm gonna be real with you. If those are canon, I'm done. If those are canon, I am done. So someone better tell me those are not canon, because if those are canon, I am done with Marvel, because I will not fucking stand for that. Those are not good enough to be canon. They're good enough to be funny, they're good enough to be promotionals, but if I find out that Thor's roommate is canon, if he appears in any movies, this is going to be my reaction to Marvel, and I'm just going to walk the fuck out. If he's in the Thor movie, I'm going to walk out. I'll just say that right now. Fuck those shorts. Okay, I got carried away on that. But yeah, so I'm hoping Thor is cool. I'm really excited about Hulk. I hate that line about friend from work. It's nonsense. And yes, I have heard the rumor that it was written by a. I have heard the rumor that line was written by a Make-A-Wish child or something, which explains it. I could see a child coming up with that line. Doesn't mean it's good enough to be in a movie. I'm sorry. That's super cynical, and everyone's going to be like, oh, your kid's got cancer. You should feel. But it's a terrible line. That will not unmake it being a terrible line. I'm sorry. Just objectively, it's a terrible line. Although, my heart goes out to that child and his family, if he is real. Or her. I actually don't know the gender. But yeah, so I hope Thor is good. I'm digging that it's weird. I'm excited about talking Hulk. I just hope it's not a mess. Because honestly, to me, it looks like a mess. All right. Please like, subscribe, comment. Please feel free to tell me I'm wrong. Share the video. Watch my other videos. Watch my 8-ball sketches. So that the goddamn algorithm will stop fucking with me. All right. Peace out, Internet. Oh, turn on notifications. Yeah, do that. Do that. Do it.